Hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Quick Take and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Yes, we are here finally, deadline day, and it's not even lunchtime and we've got two massive stories coming out at Chelsea. The first one being Callum Hudson-Odoi has finally left the London club. He has joined Nottingham Forest for a reported £5 million fee with a heavy sell-on clause added on into the deal, and this was always the deal that was going to happen this summer. He was linked to another club, Fulham I think, were going after him, but that move never really transpired. It's sad to see him go, sorry. He was one of those really exciting academy prospects a few years ago. I remember him coming through in the Sarri days. He was just magnificent to watch. I think Bayern Munich even put in like 70-80 million euro bid for him at one point. He was one of those top talents. He was up there with Bukayo Saka and, those kind of players. And to see how it ended with that Achilles injury, which is a similar injury to what Ruben Loftus-Cheek got, and you saw how that affected him and his confidence and his playing time and his career, it was just really sad to see. And the same thing happened with Callum. Unlike Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who's been able to sort of revitalise his career in the Serie A, Callum never really managed to get back on track. He needed to be sold. There was no place for him in the team. Callum Mudryk again was in his position now, along with Raheem Sterling, who can play on the left wing. And another player can play on the left wing who we have been linked to. I'll get into that in just a minute, but there was no more room for him. His time at Chelsea was done, and he was always going to be sold. I thought he'd go for a little bit more. Maybe, I think we were trying to get 7-8 million from Fulham for him, but they didn't want to pay. So we've accepted the £5 million bid from Nottingham Forest. And the heavy sell-on clause, which I can only imagine would be 30 to 50%, which would be good because he's 22 years old, and if he does revitalise his career similarly to how Ruben Loftus-Cheek did, then we can make a steady profit. Let's just hope that can happen. I wish him all the best at his new journey. It'll be a tough one. It'll be a tough one to see happen if he does perform so well, because, as I said, we kind of lost out on those years with him following the Achilles injury, which is just a horrific injury for anyone to get, especially in football. But as I said, that was not the only news story coming in before lunchtime at Chelsea. Chelsea are at it again, buying youngsters. Chelsea have sent a £25 million bid offer to Club Brugge for 18-year-old Antonio Nuso. Decision to be made today. According to some reports, Nuso actually wants to stay at Club Brugge for another season. I think he's giving his go-ahead to the Club Brugge team to kind of just say no to the advances by Chelsea to keep him. But from what I've seen of him, he seems like a very exciting talent. 18 years old, very young, raw, but in the same time, I see a lot more promise in him than Mudryk at the moment. I don't want to say it, but he does remind me slightly of a Kylian Mbappe, where a very young Kylian Mbappe, let me just say that quickly, where he is able to use his pace and he's got quite a lot of strength to him. He plays on the left wing predominantly, but he can play across the front line basically, centre forward, right wing, but mainly on the left wing. He's very strong on the ball. He's got a very powerful shot on him, I would say. Whether this helps him or not, I don't know. Sometimes it goes in, sometimes it goes over the bar. I think he's only played a handful of games this season so far, like everyone. But him being 18, this is really his breakout. This will be his breakout year. So there's not much to really work off, but from the small snippets I've seen, he does seem very promising, and I can see why we put in a £25 million bid, because I can see at the end of the season him going for 30, 40, 50, and then who's to say how much he'll be valued in 2 years' time, at 100 million, 90 million. Sometimes this is just how deals transpire. Sometimes you think, damn, I wish we did get him for 25 million. I wish we did get him at the very start. Similar to what Real Madrid do with all their Brazilian prospects. Look at Endrick. He's 16 years old. He's barely played professional football. And what did they spend? 60 million euros on him? 60 million pounds? Something like that. And we've done the same with Kendrick Pires. We've done the same with Andre Santos, Cesar Casadei. We've done the same with Gabriel Stalina. We've done the same with David Datro Fofana. Although Fofana had a little bit more experience under his belt, he played a few more games. But I do see this being an interesting deal. I think this is one to keep an eye on. I will be giving an update later on because this deal is in the works. News is coming in every few minutes, and so I will try and keep you up to date as much as possible. I do think Chelsea should have gone for a striker. on deadline day. I really do think we should have gone for Gift Orban. He was one of the players I mentioned in my, I think it was my rebuild video, where I compared him to Vitor Roque, sorry, who has now gone to Barcelona, of course, and who was a fantastic talent. And I think Gift Orban is right up there. He's certainly got an eye for goal. Very good up front. He is a striker. His numbers, I'm just going to quickly check his numbers because they are quite impressive. So last season, in 22 games, Gift Orban scored 20 goals, got 2 assists in a total of 1,670 minutes. So that averages around 83.5 minutes per goal, which is actually quite good, especially for a young striker. He's 21 years old. Definitely one to keep an eye on. I think Spurs are after him as their Kane replacement, but I don't think that deal's gone through. Speaking of Spurs, they're actually after Brennan Johnson, which is probably why Nottingham Forest felt like they could proceed with a deal for Callum Hudson-Odoi, because they knew that they would be getting that money in from Spurs for Brennan Johnson. But that is just a quick update so far. I did say this morning, I don't know how many of you watched it. Not many did watch it. I think it's got like 200 views. But I did put out a little video this morning, like a little trailer, if you want, for the deadline day. I'm going to try and put out as many videos as I can today, at least 2 or 3. Just really keeping you guys updated with the news as it comes in. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, turn on bell notifications. Also, I'm running a giveaway with ownersaber.com. We're at 15,000 subscribers. I'm giving away 3 King of London lightsabers. Make sure you check the pinned comment down below for more information. And with that, I've been The Quick Take, and I'll see you on the next one.